Good morning, agent partners. Welcome to our session all about AgentNet. So we will be going through parts to it, part 1 and part 2, whereby in part 1 I will be covering how to manage your agent profile and why should you manage your agent profile, understand what's under home, post and manage your listing, understand your listing performance. My name is Kuga, your trainer today. I will be running through a few slides and explaining how to manage your AgentNet and know about your AgentNet overall. Firstly, manage your agent profile. To log in to your AgentNet, go on to agentnet.propertyguru.com.sg, key in your email address, click on next, and then put in your password, and then click next, and then you'll be able to log in. So once you log into your AgentNet, click on your name and then click on public profile. So once you click on public profile, you're able to see your agency name, CA number, and things like that. So if you scroll a little more, there'll be a little box where you're able to see where you can enter a brief summary about yourself. You're really recommended to key in something about yourself. Please don't leave it empty, right? So what we can suggest you to do is speak about your experience, if it's new experience, or you have been in real estate for a long time. If yes, so key in your testimonials, success story if any, awards of the agencies, of yourself, or education and things like that. As long as you guys don't leave it empty, put yourself as a consumer, right? When you're purchasing something in an e-commerce website, so you like the product, you're okay with the pricing. The next thing you do is look at the feedback. Anyone have purchased a similar product, or any problem with the shipment, anything like that. So if the particular information about your seller, or there's like no feedback at all, you as a normal person, right, you tend to have second thoughts about it. So should we carry forward or not? So try to what I'm saying is, try to put in something. So not necessarily you have to write a long nice essay for yourself, as long you don't keep it empty. Okay, so once you did it in your profile as a consumer, this is what they're able to see, introduction about yourself, and then they'll just read up about you. Like I say, you don't have to write a very very long introduction about yourself. Just a simple short, even bullet points it's fine, it's reasonable. So let's understand what's under home. So under your home, you're able to see some announcement, packages, credit history, and things like that. So for announcement, usually when we have latest updates, latest announcement, you will actually receive EDMs, email, SMS, and whatnot. So under your AgentNet, you're able to read more, by clicking read more over here. And then if you have any questions, you can direct it to our customer service, or your sales member, and so on. Next, under insight, you have your listing statistic, market supply gap, market insider, project insight, home report. I have a separate short video which I highly recommend agent partners to watch. It's in the YouTube as well, so you can know about these three awesome feature, the data sense, right? So understand how this data sense help you to convince your both sellers and buyers. So highly recommend you to watch the video. Finally, under the footer, if you're a new agent, newly subscribed to PropertyGuru, please go and look at the do and don'ts of the guidelines of listing. Understand what can you do, what you can't do, so we can avoid any mistakes or any problems in future. And then understand, the renewal, payment, refund, purchases, and terms, and so on. And also, if you want to contact our customer service or give feedback, you're able to do so. Next, let's understand how to post and manage your listing. As a consumer, this is where they go, the PropertyGuru website, and then they key in a particular property or search, and then they do a search, and then they will get the result. You as an agent in AgentNet, this is where you create listing. Under your profile, click listing, and then click create listing. It will prompt you a location. So this is the first step to create your listing. Input your location of the property. So Once you key in the location, it will give you some directory. So most of the apartments, HDB, offices, most of it will be in the directory. So you can just pick here. In the event, if you have choose add new property, let's say it's a landed property, it's not in the directory and so on, it will prompt you to key in your plus code, right? So plus code, you have to key in the plus code. So what is the plus code which I'm going to share with you? It's simple. If you're using your Android or iOS, go to your Google Maps, or even your desktop, go to your Google Map, find for the location that you want to, drop a pin, okay, like long press the particular place and then drop the pin here, and then you just need to copy the plus code. So once you copy the plus code, you just need to insert in here. So remember, plus code only require if you choose to add new property. Otherwise, if you choose directory, this is not required. So once you do that, you key in the unit condition, put in the rooms, list, and so on and so forth. And then it will ask you the headlines and description. I'm going to spend a little more time on the headline and description. Right there, there's a live tour as well. So let's say, some guys I know are still in quarantine or refrain themselves to be out. So can always do like a video call, show them the particular unit of property and so on. So I'm going to slightly spend time more about headlines and description, right? So tips on makes a good headline. Use a simple but powerful language, right? The language you choose naturally impacts the click-worthiness of your headline. So when you use words that blunt or uninspiring, your potential reader is going to be turned off. So stick with a simple but powerful language. Target a keyword with high search volume. Okay, hint on something interesting of the particular unit or particular surrounding. You're forbidden from using multiple exclamation mark. You can only use one. You can also create fear of urgency, if it's relevant. These are some of the example. So 3 minutes walking distance to MRT Somerset, suitable for students walking distance to this university. Imagine coming home to gorgeous 1-bedroom in Teluk Blangah and so on. Right? So this is some of the example, very straightforward, simple, but important information. When I say target a keyword with such high volume, there are many platforms out there that you can have a look there. For example, they have KW Finder, Key Search, and Google Keyword Planner. So you can use these websites to actually find out what are the keywords that property seekers are looking for. So there's an example here, person A and person B. So person A says, hey, Bugis Junction, doorstep, rare, 1-room with study, 1.1 million. And person B say, call to employer. So who do you think did better? It's kind of obvious that person A did better, right? Which is straightforward, simple, and unique selling point. And definitely person B can do better because there's no content, not really interesting, it's just waste of headline space really. So make use of the headlines to entice, to attract property seekers more. So once you key in the headline, you will have your description. So description is where you're going to spend a little more time in explaining the particular unit. So what I recommend you guys to do is first speak about unit condition. Okay, unit conditions such as furnishing, the view direction, fitting conditions, and so on. Facilities such as the swimming pool, number of car park, gym, tennis court, just mention it. For amenities and transportation, highly recommend you to key in a matrix. What is matrix, right? So you can say, hey, amenities, 2 kilometers to this hospital, 5 kilometers to this school, anything like grocery, shopping mall, and so on. Put a matrix to it. Name a number, how far is it, and so on. And transportation, not only your MRT, it can be your sorry, bus stops, your highways, and so on. Just say 2 kilometers to this exit to this highway, 500 meters to this bus stop, 2 minutes walking distance to this MRT, and so on. So just break it up into this 4. right? And keep it very simple, straightforward. I don't need you to write a long, nice, flowery essay. So property seekers who's coming to Property Guru, they just want to read, okay, understand. So you don't have to write a very beautiful, or try to Google search how to write a beautiful description, nothing like that. So keep it in bullet form. Okay, this is my headlines. I started as such, and then I have it here, right? So who do you think did better, person A or person B? In a glance, you could tell that it's definitely easy for your eyes, when you read person B. So it's very easy, good format, bullet points, breakdown to amenities, facilities, and transportation. So please, moving forward, if you're already done like person A, it's okay. Moving forward, please make use of this type. Please make sure that you use this format. It's much more better to the eyes and easier to understand. So in summary, do point forms, list the area of amenities, use upgraded words, try to avoid all capital letters, avoid symbols and so on. So after you key in your headlines and description, it will prompt you to key in your pictures. Right, you're in media right now, so pictures. So for pictures, understand that 90% of the information transmitted to the human brain is visual, right? So it is very, very important for you to spend time on your pictures. What can you do to make sure that the picture is outstanding? Schedule it on the right time. Use landscape instead of portrait. Less is more and bird's eye view. So I'm going to show you some sample pictures here. So natural lighting about 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. right? Highly recommend if you can actually go around this time or ask the person to provide you pictures, try to snap pictures to yellow lighting or at night and so on. And then use landscape because portrait only captures a very little space compared to landscape. If you have wide mode, wide angle, even better. And then you have less is more. Okay, less is more. In this event, where you encounter this kind of issue, right? When you encounter this kind of issue, try to avoid to upload this picture, right? Because I'm looking at this picture, I don't even understand. Hey, which part of the house it is, right? So I don't even understand. So if you have this, try not to upload it because it's kind of pointless. So less is more. So you can tell your property seeker, hey, you know what, I'm coming this week, so try to clean up a bit and so on. And if you have a way or a place where you can capture bird's eye view, will be good picture as well. Otherwise, you can just take from the developer and show, how's the surrounding, things like that. Okay, so when it's too bright, it's a problem as well. So make sure you maybe blind down or change your angle and so on. Then this is like I said earlier, if it's messy, it's definitely looks less attractive. So always inform your person in charge, like, hey, I'm coming on this date. If possible, do clean up a bit because tidier rooms, tidier picture looks tend to get more leads and so on. And this quite important as well. So we tend to tilt our phone. So instead of tilting, move your arms up and down, right? So you can get a well-oriented photos. And then since you can upload so many photos, right? So capture in different angles. Use this opportunity to upload as many pictures as you can. And then finally, if you encounter this, right, people presents in the public area, so either you ask permission, right, you ask the permission, or what you can do, like pixel them out, or ask them to move a bit, and then you snap the picture, because we want to avoid problems like they say, hey, how come you snap my picture and upload, you're not supposed to do that. So we want to avoid that kind of issues. Quick question. Why do you think this photo is bad? Right. So why is it bad? It's because the photographer is in the photo tried to avoid this and did not clean up the bathroom and bad lighting. I would maybe, blind up, chuck everything in the particular tub and then maybe chuck everything inside. So such a beautiful bathroom, but too bad it looks a bit messy. And then for this photo, you know, obstruction of tree, and you can still move the truck, but I understand you can't move the tree. So try to show the entrance of the home. So once you upload the picture after your headlines, description, picture, and tada, you will come here. Your quality score. This is how your result, search result looks like. And then, you know, you just post your listing. Now we come to the one of the most important part is understanding how is your listing doing. Okay, so after 24 hours, right? Remember, after 24 hours, once you start getting all these impressions and so on, which I'm going to explain to you shortly what is it about, you will understand how is your listing performing. So in your active listing, this is the listing that we created earlier. After 24 hours, you can start see some graph going on, some numbers happening and so on. So I'm going to give a very short synopsis of what is it, right? And how can you improve it? So after 24 hours, you will start getting an impression. So say A, impression means number of time listing was seen through the search result. So the moment we created, you know, when a property seeker scroll, and then they say, hey, Kuga's listing is here, but they didn't click to it, and then they scroll, go to the next page and so on. So this is number of impression. So whenever I say that agents tend to be like, ayo Kuga, then I don't care, you know, how many impression. What I care is views, because for my understanding, views is numbers. Views means number of times your listing was clicked into. That means someone clicked to your listing, look at your listing, read through your listing and so on. But if your impression is low, right? If your impression is just 8 or 7, do you expect to get 14 views? It's impossible, right? So this is why it is very important for you to actually focus on your listing. How to get high impression? What should I do? Okay, the only logic for you to get more impression is by making sure your listing is high enough in the search result ranking so that you get more impression. For them to be interested in the to click on your listing, there are many factors that captures it, right? For example, pricing of the unit, picture that you upload, or even your headlines and so on. So that's why it is important that every step you do, you know, you do it passionately, and also you make sure that you put in the right information. So long story short, you know, always focus on your impression. Always focus on your impression. And then you have your phone reveal, messages, and so on, where obviously number of times that property seekers click on agents' contact number or message or WhatsApp. And then finally, it'll give you a light bulb, like a suggestion, ways for you to improve your listing. Like, hey, you know what, your impression is going down. You know, maybe first day your impression is 500. After 15 days, you realize it only increased by 1 or 2. And then you realize you go to property seeker's site and say, oh yeah, my listing is page number 25. No wonder, you know, my impression is low. Let me repost or let me boost, which we're going to speak about it shortly. Understand how and why should you do it, right? So it gives you kind of light bulb, okay, I should do this so that I can increase my impression. If I increase my impression, that means, you know, I have more views, and then narrow down the person who actually really interested or really can afford it, and then you contract sign. Okay, so basically it's creating a lead conversion. If your impression is high, that means the property seekers are interested in particular property in general, and then if they actually view you, they actually interested in specific listing. If they actually contacted you, that means they're really interested. So you have that. It's very simple, but remember, it's only available after 24 hours. So understanding your listing performance insights, very, very, very important. So you need to understand that. So once you understand that, now we have come to part A of AgentNet, which I like to call it, all the premium features, like how can you treat your listing. So for here, we're going to speak about repost your listing. Okay, basically why, how, and all that. And then boost and spotlight, featured agents, FastKey, OneThird leads, and AskGuru. To repost your listing is pretty simple. You just need to go to your active listing. Remember, we looked at the listing performance inside here. So you're able to see repost, auto repost, boost, and spotlight, which I'll be explaining shortly what is it about. So don't worry. So again, like I said, right? So today I reposted. Today is 7th of May, for example. And then after that, after 2 weeks, I realized, my impression has gone down. I only getting like 2 impressions per day. Let me go and check where's my listing. So when I go to the consumer website, then I realize, my listing is already page number 25 or 30. I'm a regular listing. I'm not even a boost listing and so on. So I should repost my listing. Then I'll come back up to page number 3 because the first 2 pages are boost, for example. So you can you can repost. So how to repost? Simple. Just click on repost. Right? Then it will say, okay, Kuga, when you want to repost and so on. Sorry, when you repost, it will just turn blue, right? So you already repost. Now you have something called auto repost here. So auto repost is very, very helpful, especially when you're pretty busy, with other things and you want to the AgentNet kind of manage itself. So okay, this listing I want to post every Monday, Tuesday, so and so. This is the time. You can add and remove the time accordingly, right? And then you can select a duration. So a forecasted amount will be given. Remember, your ad credits will only be deducted once it reposts. So in between, you can come and delete the schedule. You can add more schedules. No problem. So don't worry about it. And then you click auto repost. Simple as that. If you have more than one listings, to do an auto repost, you just need to click select and then you select. And then you click auto repost. Similar box will appear. Only difference is here they will show you the listings that you have selected. And then again, pick your time and whatnot. And then click auto repost now. So here we'll say your next repost is 15 March. So it'll turn blue. Right? So simple as that. So when you log in, okay, my next repost 15 March. I already kind of get some serious buyer. I think you'll be interested. I'm going to save my ad credit. Let me turn off. So I just need to click that and then I can turn it off. Just cancel the auto repost. Now we have boost. Boost is slightly different than normal repost. So you get 4.5 times more exposure for your listing. Before I move on further and speak about boost, I just need to explain to you, right? So after you watch this video, you can go to your PropertyGuru, Property Seeker consumer website. So once you do like a search and so on, you will realize you will have some featured listing, the featured tag and so on. And then you realize there's a boost listing and regular listing. So the difference between boost and regular, you're able to see their profile here, right? The profile. And then you can see their details like the name and so on. So the difference between these, right? So boost listing is basically, let me put it in a common term. So this is like VVIP, and then we have VIP tickets, and this is the regular tickets. So in order, first when you create your listing, you will automatically be in regular. So in order for you to boost your listing, you have to click boost. So you have to click boost, pay a certain amount of ad credits, and you will be within this category. So this category is unlimited. Maybe for the particular area or condo or anything like that, only 10 people boosted. Or maybe 20 people boosted. Maybe 200 people boosted. It can be anything, right? There's no wrong or right. So it's unlimited. So one of the bonus thing is if you boost, right, not only that you will get high ranking, also if someone clicked on your listing, once you go to the website, sorry, listing page, there wouldn't be any advertisement. So they just focus on your listing. Remember, boost is 7 days. So boost is 7 days. So after 7 days, it will become back to regular listing. So boost is 7 days. How to boost? Remember we saw repost and auto repost. So you just need to click boost. Simple as that. So once you boost, it will just show the date of renewal and things like that. Okay, the boost tab turn blue upon activation, and it will show in the tab itself. Simple as boost. Okay, so next thing you have Spotlight. So they ask, Kuga, what is Spotlight? So basically, right, let me just, go here. So basically, Spotlight is just a makeup. Okay, it's just a makeup. So you have image carousel, like Instagram, where you can go next, it's easy. And then you have, remember we created headlines earlier. Your headlines will appear here, and then your beautiful picture, and then it's definitely longer in looks compared to regular listing. And what I like the most is the direct contact. People can WhatsApp you directly or call you directly. So it's pretty awesome feature. So a lot of people ask, Kuga, then why should I Spotlight? Remember, Spotlight doesn't influence ranking. It's just like putting makeup, right? You're putting on your lipstick, blusher, and so on. So a lot of agents, what they do when they boost their listing, right? They tend to Spotlight because I appear high enough. I want to make sure that agents have this easy, right? Easy to look at my pictures. And then if they're interested, I want to make sure they contact me directly rather than they go to the listing page and then save the number and then maybe WhatsApp or call and so on. So they want to make sure that they actually give them like an easy life. So not necessarily only when you boost you have to Spotlight. Like I said, right, you always need to understand your listing. If your listing is, even if it's a regular listing, let's say your listing is page number 2, starts from page number 2, you're still getting good impression. So maybe you can hold on your boost. Maybe you can just do a Spotlight. So even in regular post, you can Spotlight. Remember, Spotlight also 7 days. So most of our agents, what they tend to do when they boost, they immediately Spotlight. So it will end together. Okay. So once you Spotlight, again it will turn blue, and then it will show the ending. So again, remember, Spotlight doesn't influence the ranking. It is like a makeup to support your other features like shortcut, especially the direct contact. Then you can do auto Spotlight as well. Let's say if you're doing an auto boost, right? And then you can do an auto Spotlight again 7 days, and then it only deduct the ad credits when you can cancel it anytime. So no worries to that. Now we have a few types of featured agents. So I'm going to show you some of the featured agents that are available. One of it like landed property, and HDB estate, condo feature, and so on. So for landed property, with unlimited slots, 3 random landed property will be featured agent shown on the search result page. One of your listing will be prioritized on top of boost and regular listing. So I think this is on a monthly investment. So in order for you to be part of it, you need to contact your sales manager, account manager to find to check the pricing and also if the slot is available. So this is pretty awesome as well. This is on a monthly basis and doesn't use ad credit, so you have to contact our account manager. Next thing, you have HDB estate featured agent. So again, your profile will be prominently featured in this random order on this page, and then only 7 featured agent slots are available per estate with a minimum booking of 3 months. So this one per estate is 7. So you need to call and check with your account manager. Hey, I want this particular estate, is any slots available or not? Then maybe the account manager say, hey, one slot is expiring next week. Maybe I'll book you in. Or they probably say, hey, yeah, there's 2 or 3 slots more, so don't worry. Or maybe the slots is booked for next 3 months, so you have to wait in the queue. It could be any scenario. So always contact our salesperson. And a condo featured agent. So again, similarly, condo featured agent, obviously you'll be featured above boost and regular listing. For all of these featured agent, do contact our account managers. They will be able to advise you further. And then we have FastKey project. We come to the, I think the second or third last agenda today is the FastKey project, right? So FastKey project, you get to instantly connected more than 500 developer project from Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, and so on and so forth. So let's say you have, property seekers or investors are looking to buy projects outside Singapore, you can make use of this. So FastKey projects, and then let's say you use a particular project, that's featured and so on. Let's say I'm looking at Lumi Tropicana here. I can do a filter, okay? And then if interested in this, I get to see the site tracks, units, blah, blah, and so on. So all you need to do is click on contacts. You're able to get the contact of the developer within the listing, right? You're able to see the contact details. And then if there's an appointed agency, you contact them and say, hey, you know what? I have a person who's interested. Let's speak about the permission. So you contact them directly and, expand your wings. So this is FastKey project. And second last thing is OneThird leads. So OneThird is available for paid agents, allow you to post inquiries and look for specific property or agents or co-broking opportunities as well, where you can find it under more here. You click OneThird leads. You'll see this kind of screen it brings you here. You can do a filter if you want to, and you see all the queries has been posted. So in any event, if you see a red color, right, agent, that means they want to look for co-broke. Okay, so let's say, look at the second one, want to buy agricultural land. So maybe, this person say, hey, you know what, I got a land that I'm trying to buy, my customer trying to buy. If you have any land to sell, please contact me. So, usually they will give their phone number and email address. You just contact them and then you do the co-broking and things like that. Or you can answer them directly with the inbox. So most of the time, they always provide their phone number and the email address will be easier. You instantly connect. You also, as an agent, can post an inquiry, right? So let's say you have an inquiry to post, you just click on this, a little thing pops up, and then you put in your remarks, your title and everything like that, and then you submit. And if you had replied any inquiries, your replies will be in here. Okay, simple as that. It is OneThird list. We have something similar called AskGuru. AskGuru is much more public, where you can showcase yourself as if you are a perfect advisor, right? Because you have all this knowledge, you just need to find the right place for you to show, and people understand, hey, this agent not bad, let me contact and so on. So for AskGuru, again, earlier we clicked on OneThird lead, so now AskGuru. So once you click AskGuru, you can browse by categories, or you can look at the question from latest, most popular unanswered. So you're able to see, how many views, how many people answered, and so on. For example, is there a maximum age for buying a HDB flat? 33 times has been viewed, 8 people answer. So most of the time, you can see a lot of agents will be answering. And sometimes, you'll get a question which is not 100% related to buying and selling. It could be a piece of advice, could be a legal advice, could be a random real estate advice. But by you answering, right? By you answering, it showcase like, oh wow, this person is not bad. Let me save the this number in future because I have plans to sell a house or buy a house. So you get to showcase yourself as a advisor. So this is public, like I said. A lot of people will be seeing. So not only you're replying directly to the person, you can actually expect that other people will be contacting you as well, right? So always, showcase yourself the perfect advisor as well. Okay, so we've came to the end of the session. I hope the session was useful. So please do contact us, our customer service, if you need training. We have our monthly trainings where you can sign up to academy.propertyguru.com.sg. We look forward to have you there as well. Otherwise, thank you so much. I hope everyone is safe and happy, and wishing you all the best in closing modules. Thank you, everybody.